It's not only laughter and weirdly accurate predictions that the hit animated series The Simpsons brought us. The show also showed epic cameos of rock stars that have graced Springfield with their presence. These appearances by musical legends are in a league of their own. It's the crossover we never knew we needed, blending our love for great music with our favorite yellow family. Who are these iconic rock stars that appeared on The Simpsons? Let's find out. Smashing Pumpkins. In the 1996 episode Homerpalooza, Homer Simpson took his kids Bart and Lisa to the Hullabalooza Music Festival after feeling like he wasn't cool. It was in Hullabalooza that the rock band Smashing Pumpkins appeared. They were the headliners for the music festival, where they played their hit song Zero. More than showing up on the episode to play, they were also impressed by Homer's ability to take blows to his stomach, which was what made him feel cool again. The Smashing Pumpkins eventually part ways with Homer, where they say that they envy Homer because he has a family, and all they have is our music, our legion of fans, our millions of dollars, and our youth. Judas Priest. One cameo that shocked and excited a lot of people was the heavy metal band Judas Priest. In the episode Steal This Episode, which is about piracy, the band had a lot to say about not breaking the law. The band's cameo came when the FBI said that there was only one way to get fugitives out of the building, and that was by blasting death metal. That's where Judas Priest came in and sang about respecting the law. A consulate member then rocked out to the song saying, "Swedes love death metal. It reminds us of death." Although the producers of this show mistakenly referred to their band as death metal in this episode, vocalist Rob Halford still commended them for handling the situation professionally. This experience on The Simpsons was, according to Rob, one of the most thrilling parts of his career. Aerosmith. The first band to ever make an appearance on The Simpsons was none other than iconic rock band Aerosmith. In the 1991 episode Flaming Moe's, a series of events led Moe to see his business boom. His tavern then became one of the hottest night spots in Springfield. It also became Aerosmith's official hangout place. On one night when the band decided to hang out, Moe called him up on stage. They were reluctant at first, but they eventually agreed when promised free pickled eggs. Aerosmith played Walk This Way, and Moe went up on stage to help him perform. They returned for a second night and performed without Joey Kramer, who was in his trailer trying to stop a romantic advance from Mrs. Crabapple, who had taken his drumsticks. Since this was the first appearance of a band on the show, the cameo was definitely iconic. In fact, it's now a big part of rock music history. Red Hot Chili Peppers. In The Simpsons' fourth season finale, Krusty Gets Canceled, the show's producers gave a big treat for rock music fans worldwide when they brought the Red Hot Chili Peppers on the show. In this episode, a new kids show called The Gabbo Show became very popular in Springfield, making it hard for Krusty to compete with them. After many failed attempts, Krusty's show, The Krusty the Clown Show, gets canceled. Bart and Lisa decide to help him with a huge primetime special. That's where major celebrities, including the Red Hot Chili Peppers, show up. Before the band performed, Krusty asked them to change some lyrics to their song, but they didn't want to. When Krusty suggested new lyrics, they said that it was better than the original. The band performed their song Give It Away. In the same episode, they were also seen at Moe's Tavern because they were tricked into playing for a crowd of 30,000 people. But there was really only one audience member there. When asked about the show, drummer Chad Smith said, "It was really fun, and again, we felt really honored to be included in that show." The Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones were mentioned how many times in the hit series, but it was only in the 2002 episode, How I Spent My Strummer Vacation, that they had a cameo. In that episode, Homer was secretly videotaped complaining about his family, so he was sent to the Rolling Stones Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp, where he and other Springfielders learned to play guitar, dress, sing, evade groupies, and show off like rock stars. But when the camp was over, Homer was disappointed. The band offered to help him by bringing him to their concert, but Homer quickly thought that he'd perform with them. The episode then continues with a series of events that led to the band chasing Homer with a car that catches on fire.
No, we're here to rock!
Spinal Tap. Spinal Tap was one of the first bands to appear on The Simpsons. With the way their cameo went, theirs was considered one of the most iconic. In the 1992 episode, The Otto Show, The band appeared at the start of the episode when Bart and Milhouse attended their show. The duo expected to have a rockin' good time, but the show was a flop and ended early due to issues with the tech. The supposed show then turned into a riot. The next morning, Otto loses track of time and is forced to drive recklessly to school. This led to his bus running Spinal Tap's bus off the road. The band's bus then crashed and burned in the flames. What an exit. In an interview, the writers admitted that the bus scene wasn't originally in the script, but they wanted to give the band a final scene that was memorable and interesting.
Member of the freaking group!
We are trying to put a tiny thrill into their grey little lives.
The Ramones. The Ramones' cameo in The Simpsons wasn't as long as other bands, but they still managed to make a memorable appearance. In the Season 5 episode Rosebud, the band was hired to play at Mr. Burns' birthday party. They had to sing a rock version of Happy Birthday. Smithers introduced the band as some fine young men who I'm sure are gonna go far.
There are several fine young men who I'm sure are gonna go far.
But their performance and general demeanor showed otherwise. On top of their heavy music style, the band was doing an act that made them look like they didn't want to perform. They said, "Up yours, Springfield," after saying that the gig sucked. That's not all, because before they made their exit, they exclaimed, "Go to hell, you old bastard," to Mr. Burns. As expected, Mr. Burns didn't approve of what had happened and ordered Smithers to kill the Ramones.
Go to hell, you old bastard.
Hey, I think they liked us.
Blink-182. Some cameos are really short, but still manage to entertain everyone watching. A good surprise to see on The Simpsons was the band Blink-182. In the episode Barding Over, the punk rock band Blink-182 appeared alongside the pro skater Tony Hawk. It all happened when Bart moved into a loft apartment and discovered on his first night that Tony Hawk was living in the same building as him. He soon finds out that he's throwing a party with Blink-182. Bart gets to the party as the band's playing their song All the Small Things. They had to stop when Tony Hawk called out to them saying, "Hey, Blink-182," to which they responded, "We have names, you know."
Dude, let's trash this place.
Metallica. It's not a surprise that Otto's into rock bands, and one that he's a big fan of is Metallica. In Season 18, Episode 1 of The Simpsons, Otto drives by Metallica's tour bus that just broke down. He approaches and offers him a ride, but they leave Otto to hitch a ride with Hans Moleman. It wasn't any good for Otto, though, because Bart was hijacking his bus when he was talking to Metallica, and all that effort went to waste, with Metallica leaving while telling Otto not to listen to their music again. What an unfortunate scene for Otto, but this cameo in the show was a rare sighting that delighted so many fans.
Never listen to our music again.
Green Day. No list like this would be complete without the iconic cameo of Green Day in The Simpsons movie. With this particular band, instead of being invited to the show, they requested to be guest stars in the movie. When asked about the band, Simpsons creator Matt Groening only had great things to say about them. They're really good guys, and I think we both honor them and Simpsonize them. They're really nice guys. The band's appearance in the movie was them playing at a concert on a barge floating in Lake Springfield. Green Day was playing their version of the Simpsons theme. Once they were done, and in classic Green Day fashion, they started to talk about the environment. The people of Springfield didn't approve, though, since everyone got very angry and started throwing trash at them. Most of the litter thrown just polluted the lake, causing the barge to dissolve and sink. As the barge was sinking, the band members pulled out violins and started playing Nearer My God to Thee. This resulted in them dying. At the band's funeral in Springfield, the organist plays one of their songs, American Idiot, as a funeral version, of course.
It's been an honor playing with you tonight.
It's not often that we see rock and metal icons merge with pop culture. So these rock star cameos on The Simpsons really took the rock and metal genre by storm. They've become iconic moments etched in the history of the industry. In these appearances, The Simpsons didn't just show their talents, but also gave a glimpse of the band's humorous and vibrant personalities.